Hello YouTube, what's going on? You know, I was watching some more of these YouTube videos that they're posting about law enforcement and government and everything that's going on in this world. It makes me know that law enforcement will stoop to the lowest levels to violate your rights. They will pretend to be homeless, they will try to set you up and plant evidence, and they'll put a box down, and if you take that box, it has a tracking device in it, and it has narcotics and everything else in it, and then they're going to blame you for having narcotics when they're the ones that planted the evidence in front of you, hoping you would take the box or take the bait. They will pull you over, they will lie, they will say they smell alcohol, lie, or smell marijuana, lie, and they'll use that as their probable cause or their reasonable articulable suspicion to violate your rights, to search your car, search all this. See, the government is so power tripping hungry right now. They had a young man that was in a white car, or white little SUV, and he was scared to death to put his hands down. The operator's telling him, can you reach out the window and open the doors? Well, he even glanced at a gun and he was shot and killed. He did not even grab for the gun. He just looked at it. Oh, he's looking at the gun. Shoot and kill, shoot and kill, shoot and kill. Shoot, kill, shoot, kill, shoot, kill. Boom, 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 boom. And they loaded him up. They pulled the gun out. The gun was laying on the seat. His Second Amendment was laying on the seat. See, the cop and the government is so scared of us having our Second Amendment that they're trigger happy. So, actuality, who's more dangerous? Us, the people, or the government, law enforcement? I think law enforcement's more dangerous because law enforcement's so jumpy and so trigger happy nowadays that you hear about people getting shot and killed. Doesn't matter what race they are. I ain't in it to argue the race crap, because I don't care about race. I care about the people getting shot and killed. This kid was scared. He said, I don't want to put my hands down. If I put my hands down to unlock the door, they're going to shoot me. Well, he was right. He looked at the gun and they shot him. Talk about earning the hate. They earn the hate every day. They don't know the laws. They don't know the constitutional rights. You go up and ask them what the 5 parts of the First Amendment are. They don't know. You go up and ask them what the Third Amendment is. They don't know. See, we the people need to stand up to law enforcement and say, no, y'all better get better educated. Enough of this shoot and kill. Shoot and kill, shoot and kill. Shoot and kill should be the very last. I mean, you got people with knives. I thought that's what self-defense training was for. I thought tasing them and doing all that I thought that's what that was for. I thought all this training that they were supposedly go through is what it was for. Knowing how to handle somebody with a knife without shooting and killing them. These people, and especially these military veterans, they go in there and they still think that they're at war with the people. I love military veterans. I'm going to get some hate for saying that. But there are military veterans that go into law enforcement and that they think they are at war with the people. And law enforcement thinks they are at war with the people. See, that's the way they're trained. Is the fact that they're at war with the people. At war with our rights, our freedom. We have guns. They get scared. They call in 16 cops for this one kid in a drive-thru that was scared to death and refusing to put his hands down. The door was locked. I wouldn't put my hands down either because I'm going to get shot. He just glanced at the gun. He didn't even reach for it, touch it, nothing. He just looked at it and they shot and killed him. That's ridiculous. See, this year people better wake up that law enforcement has gone too far. I ain't worried about what the federal government is doing, because the federal government can't enforce anything if they don't have the boots on the ground. They can pass as many laws as they want. Until they have those law enforcement officers, those agencies like ATF and everybody else that's enforcing these unconstitutional laws, if they don't have the boots on the ground, the politicians can pass as many laws as they want and they can't enforce it because there's nobody to enforce it. See, we have to work on the boots on the ground, get them educated, get them understanding that we have constitutional rights and freedom in this law, and laws in this land. Take away their qualified immunity, and guess what? They're held accountable to the same laws, same constitutional rights, same freedoms as you and me. That badge doesn't grant them any extra rights, but they think it does. So, actuality, we need to take away qualified immunity. And that's the biggest thing we need to push this year. Get rid of qualified immunity. Qualified immunity. So if you shoot and kill a poor innocent kid sitting in a drive-thru that's scared to death of being shot and killed, and guess what? He was right. 16 cops on one kid that had his hands up was telling the dispatcher, "My hands are up." She called him. He was right. See, I think law enforcement is the most dangerous thing we have in the United States. I really do. How many people are killed by law enforcement each year? I don't care about race. How many people are killed? People. A lot. A lot more than actually killed by each other. You know, black on black, white on white, whatever. Law enforcement kills more people every year than anybody else, period. How many cops are going to prison, going to jail now because they're being found guilty for murder? They're being found guilty for all these other crimes. You know, stealing and... Shoot, there was constables here in Texas that were filming themselves stealing, shoving their jackets full of ammunition, gold, jewelry, taking watches out of boxes, doing all kinds of stuff. They're committing crimes right on their body cams. This is why body cams are important. Everybody says back to blue. Back to blue until you get killed. That's the thing. I'm sorry to be preaching the hate, but the hate is well earned against law enforcement. Law enforcement, see, Germany back in World War II didn't get to be Germany in World War II without the boots on the ground. Hitler couldn't have done what he did in World War II without the boots on the ground. So you have useful idiots that are running around and they're enforcing these tyrannical laws, and you see where it's heading. See, the government, local government, federal government, I don't care, government period, can't do anything without boots on the ground. So we need to work on the boots on the ground and recognize that law enforcement is just hiring these tyrants, these bullies. They ain't doing no real background check. Hell, there's cops they call gypsy cops. Look into gypsy cops. These cops have been into 5 or 6 departments, and yet they get passed around. They got fired in one for excessive force, beating the crap out of somebody, or doing something sexual to a woman, or doing something stupid, and they go from one department to another, and this is allowed. No, I think if you get fired, you lose your rights of being a law enforcement officer, period. Bar none. You should be on like a registry. Blacklisted. You know, we have a sex offenders registry. Why not a law enforcement offenders registry? Why not? If you're that bad of a person, you can't even be trusted to do law enforcement. Why would we want you as law enforcement? I wouldn't even want you as a security guard. I'd be afraid that you're going to mess up my security guard company, because you're going to be trying to enforce your tyrannical rule over the people, which is not law, it's policy. Policy doesn't trump the Constitution, yet law enforcement seems to think it does. Why not have a list, a national list, of every officer who's been fired or forced to resign because of whatever, and have the whole offenses and everything listed under his name, have everything listed? Why not have that? You know? See, they're so fast and so willing to entrap us into committing a crime so they can arrest us, but yet when they commit a crime, they don't want accountability. So actuality, who needs accountability more? Us or them? I mean, our Second Amendment takes care of us. They need accountability. That's why you record. Use your phone. Use this device that I'm holding to record law enforcement. Use this device to share that video on the internet. There is so many videos. I can't keep up with it. On Truth Social and MeWe, I keep posting. On Twitter, I keep posting all these videos I find of law enforcement that violates rights and all that, and freedom. Trying to wake people up. I hope people will start waking up that our constitutional rights and freedom is what holds government accountable. Because if you don't wake up, you're going back to blue until, unfortunately, something's going to happen to you. You know, you're going to get falsely arrested, get ticketed for something you didn't do. You know, that's why dash cams, rear dash cams, front cameras, and your GoPros and all these different cameras are necessary. Even those little spy cameras. Put them in your vents of your cars or in your house or wherever. Man, turn them on. Police come in, you turn them on real quick. Set them down. Security cameras everywhere on your house, your car. You need them because law enforcement lies. Cameras don't. You need accountability for these law enforcement officers. So God bless. Hope you all stay safe this year. And remember, record the law enforcement or government every time you talk to them. Do not answer their questions. And don't consent to any searches or seizures of your property. Don't consent. Don't. Because as soon as you do, they're going to violate that right. That's a door. That opens the door for them to walk right through your rights and your freedom. God bless. Have a good year. Good year. I said that for a reason. Hope you all have a good year.